Okay, right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We're having a good time today. We got a bit of sunshine here at the treehouse, and we're happy because there was a bit of snow on the ground here in Toronto also. But we're feeling the good vibes. Aren't we, Russ? We're feeling the good vibes today.
The vibes are flowing today. And
vibes are flowing.
And that's why we're talking about a reggae tune called
Low Pressure System. This is a song called Low Pressure System, a reggae tune off my new double album, High Vibrations Volume 1 and Volume 2. Yeah, it's quite the journey, this tune. It's kind of funny. There's a bit of humor to it. I've been really into the reggae lately. I used to play in reggae bands, and I was very fortunate to see Bob Marley at Maple Leaf Gardens in 1979, I believe. Yeah, anyways, on his last tour, it was a really great musical and cultural awakening for this boy. Skinny white rocker kid who just moved from Europe and grew up on rock and roll with the Beatles and the Who and Pink Floyd and that kind of stuff. Really, really opened my eyes to a whole different thing going on in Toronto with the Jamaican scene, and always forever grateful to have been exposed to that. So we're going to talk a bit about this song, Low Pressure System. It's a fun little tune, actually. Everybody's been there with the low pressure system on the rainy day is what we're talking about. When you're on the down low, and you're kind of sitting around going, oh man, what the heck, right? That's why reggae music is so good, because you can be in those moods, and you just play some reggae music, and all of a sudden it's a better day, always a sunny day. So it's a bit of an injection of good spirit into, a bit of the doldrums. So it was basically, man, I feel flat in the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in the low pressure system when the sky hits the ground. The rain came on Sunday in a cloud of gloom. It made time for Monday and crept up to my room. A bit of humor in there. I wrestled with it deeply, waiting for the sun. Some things can bury you, but you just can't let them win. So to that, those lyrics, I added the skank guitar part that went something like this. The rain came on Sunday in a cloud of gloom. I made time for Monday. I crept up to my room. I wrestled with it deeply, waiting for the sun. Some things can bury you, but you just can't let them win. Started off with that. Kind of a good groove there with a bit of the skank. And the song progressed from there. I added some bass along with the guitar. So I had guitar, bass, and drums. And we're going to go have a listen to that right now over here on the computer. We got some bongos, yeah, and we got some kick, and we got some snare. So that's me playing drums and the bongos.
Where did you record the drums?
At Sunray Studio. The hi-hat was actually recorded separately. There's a bit of bass. It's got a good vibe. So then I added some guitar skank, right? Of course, no reggae song is complete without a bit of bubble to go along with it.
What did you record the guitar with? Was it with the Telecaster?
Yeah, so I recorded the guitar with the Telecaster. With this Telecaster here.
Did you break down the chords, or what chords are they?
It's in the key of G.
Just major chords?
Yeah, G major F.
And do you downstroke or upstroke those skanks?
I'm doing the downstroke instead of the upstroke on the skank. Right? So it's a bit different. Skank originally came from the upstroke, I believe. So there's the organ. There's the bubble. Now I recorded this on a Casio. Believe it or not, it's on a Casio organ. Pretty cool tone, you know? Goes great with the guitar part.
That's what I love, how you get different tones from different instruments. Sometimes you wouldn't think you get great tones, but you really do capture it. Is it? I guess you have good inputs into your Logic setup then.
Yeah, I got a pretty good interface, but again, for me, it's all about staying true to the spirit of roots reggae with these tunes. Here's the drums. We're going to play along with the bass. Bass is perfect for this reggae, I love the P bass. It's just so heavy, chunky, and fat. Okay, so I love experimenting with different sounds, and lately, during the pandemic, I must add, Korg and Moog offered their instruments as an app for free. I thought, wow, this is fantastic, man. I'm going to just go over and show you what I got. I was using a setting, but I wanted to wait till the basic signal from the tone had gone down a bit. So I wasn't using this part at the beginning. I wanted the sound of it to settle down a bit, to soften the tone. There we go. So I played that on my phone. I had so much fun discovering these sounds.
It's got a beautiful tone. What other sounds did you use?
Just haunting. I also used a Korg K oscillator. I combined the two. It was just so much fun putting these atmospheric synths down. This is very haunting.
And it is about the low pressure system, which can really affect people.
Oh, the low pressure system. Here's the Korg oscillator. Here we go. And I just love putting these sounds down. We got some more. Here's the end of the song. The vocals I did on a 58.
Yeah, going try 58. Here we go.
So that's the beginning of the song here. Here we go.
The rain dropped on Sunday in a shroud of gloom. It made time for Monday. I crept up to my room. I wrestled with it deeply, praying for the sun. Some things can bury you, but you just can't let them win.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It make me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system when the sky hits the ground.
Right? It's a riot.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It make me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system when the sky hits the ground.
I got these background vocals. Let's play these. These are a lot of fun.
Low pressure system, drowsy and listless. Low pressure system.
Man, I think I've got it now. I think I've got it beat.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground,
Man, I don't like the low pressure system.
Just a when I wrote this originally, I had a bit of a loop going. It's like this before I added the real drums. And I also threw some stuff like this. Check this out. Super crunchy, right? But we decided to go with the real drums. This is what you're hearing on the track, the finished track. Thank you for watching and listening today, everyone. It's been a real pleasure presenting these songs, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff about how the songs were made and how they were recorded. I've been really enjoying presenting these reggae songs off Volume 1 of High Vibrations, a double album that I just released. You can find it at www.chrisbottomley.com and also at bandcamp.com and all streaming services. Thanks for being with me today. I'm really enjoying presenting these to you, and we hope to see you next time. Before we go, I'd like to play the version of the song that was on the record. You're going to hear it right now.
The rain dropped on Sunday in a shroud of gloom. Made time for Monday. I crept up to my room. I wrestled with it deeply, praying for the sun. Something's comparing you, but you just can't let them win.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, if you're flat in a low pressure system,
when the sky hits the ground,
walls were closing in, felt like shutting down. Only fear to push against the breathing room around. Had me in its darkness, had me in its hold. Prison in my mind overcame my soul.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
when the sky hits the ground.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It make me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
Walls were closing in. It's time to take the bait. I sugarcoat the truth. I hide away from fate. Walls were closing in. It was time to act. Not paralyzed by brooding, shaking from the ties.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
Low pressure system drugs the endless love. Low pressure system.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
pressure system.
But I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless.
Low pressure system.
Sky is opening up. Can't keep a good man down. It's gonna be a reckoning. Heading back to town. Oh, oh, oh. Scrambling in the stairwell. Climbing to my feet. Man, I think I got it now. I think I've got it beat. Oh, oh, oh.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. It makes me feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
I don't like the low pressure system. Low pressure system. Feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. Low pressure system. Feel all drowsy and listless. Man, I feel flat in a low pressure system.
Low pressure
When the
system.
sky hits the ground.
Man, I don't like the low pressure system. Low pressure system.
Feel drowsy and low pressure system.
Low pressure system.
When the sky hits the ground.
Thanks. We'll see you next time.